Recall that we can write equations of lines in different forms. We have slope-intercept form, point-slope form, general form, and standard form. In the last video, we wrote up equations in all those forms for the first 3 scenarios. And in this video, we'll work on the next 3. If you start off every question by labeling certain things, that might help. In the first example D, we have 2 points. The first point has an x value and a y value, and the second point has an x value and a y value. These little numbers here are subscripts and they help organize your work. We'll start with the y is equal to mx plus b form. We have a point. We actually have 2 points we could use, but we need to find the slope. Slope is equal to the change in y over the change in x. -2 subtract 1 divided by 6 subtract 3. -2, -1 makes -3, and 6 subtract 3 is 3. The slope is -1. We could use any point. We'll use the 3, 1. The y value is 1. Slope is -1. X is 3 plus the b. We're looking for the y-intercept. We have 1 equals -3 plus b. Solving for b, add 3 both sides. And b is equal to 4. In the first form, y is equal to mx plus b. We'll leave the y, we'll use the slope, leave the x, and use the y-intercept, which is the same thing as -x plus 4. Are we able to get that equation in a different way? We'll use the point-slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to m bracket x minus x1. This time, let's use the second point. Y minus a minus 2 is equal to, the slope was -1, and the x minus 6, the x value. Y plus 2 is equal to -x plus 6. We'll subtract 2 both sides. Y is equal to -x plus 4. Same result. For the point-slope form, we could use the 3, 1 or the 6, -2. That would be y minus 1 is equal to, the slope is -1 bracket x minus the 3 for the x and the y points. Or we could use y minus the minus 2 for this y is equal to -1 x minus the plus 6. Or y plus 2 is equal to -1 bracket x minus 6. 2 versions. And the general form, we'll use the y is equal to -x plus 4, add x both sides. X plus y is equal to 4, subtract 4. X plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. And the standard form would be x plus y equals 4. Good work. Next question, we're given a point and a slope. Y is equal to mx plus b to start off. We have a y, we have the slope, we have an x value, and we can find the b. The y is 5, the slope is 0, the x is -3, and we're looking for the b value. That gives us 0. B is equal to 5. Therefore, the first version would be y is equal to 0x plus 5, which is just y is equal to 5, a horizontal line. And we'll check out the point slope form. Y minus the y value. The slope is 0, x minus the x value. Y minus 5 is equal to 0 bracket x plus 3 would be the form. We'll add 5 both sides. This gives us 0, and we have y is equal to 5, which is the same thing. And here is the point slope form. And the general form would be y minus 5 is equal to 0. And the standard form would be y is equal to 5. I'm just wondering if you thought about this question a little bit before you did all this work, because if we know that the slope is 0, we know we have a horizontal line and we have the y value for that horizontal line. And if you think about a quick sketch, here's the x, there's the y. The slope is 0, horizontal line that goes through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be right there. And you should probably know that that line is called y is equal to 5. So really, did you need to show all this work? Probably not. Last question, we're given 2 points. 10 subtract a negative 6 divided by 8 subtract a negative 4. And that gives us 10 plus 6, 8 plus 4, and that gives us 16 over 12, and we'll reduce that to be 4 over 3. Remember, we've got 4 times 4 over 4 times 3. Those two cancel, 4/3. Let's use the negative 4 comma negative 6 point, the x and the y. Negative 6 is equal to, the slope is 4/3 times the x is negative 4 plus b. We just used that form. That's like 4 over 1. So negative 6 is equal to negative 16 over 3 plus the b. Solve for b. We'll add 16 over 3 both sides. b is equal to 16 over 3 minus a 6. We need a common denominator. That gives us 16 subtract 18 over 3 is the b value. And that would be negative 2 over 3 is b. Wow. Finally, we can write the equation to be y is equal to 4/3 was the slope right here times x minus 2/3 in the y is equal to mx plus b form. Okay, let's clean this up a bit. So that's the first form. Let's see if we can get that using point slope. We'll use negative 4 comma negative 6. Y minus a negative 6 for the y equals, slope was 4/3 and the x minus the minus 4. Y plus 6 is equal to 4/3 times x plus 4. Y plus 6 is equal to, we'll distribute the 4/3. 4/3 times x plus 4/3 times 4. Just like 4 over 1. So we have to do that. Y plus 6 is equal to 4/3 x plus 16 over 3. We'll subtract 6. Y is equal to 4/3 x. So we need a common denominator. We get an 18. Y is equal to 4/3 x minus 2/3. Is that the same? It is. Great. So we can write the point slope form using one point, but we could also use the second point. We could use y minus 10 is equal to 4/3 the x minus 8. And if we did all this work and solved for a y, we would get that same equation. In the general form, we can go from here. We'll clear the fractions by multiplying both sides of the equation by 3. 3y is equal to, distribute backwards, we have 3 times 4/3 x minus 3 times 2/3. 3y is equal to, the 3's cancel, 4x, and here the 3's cancel, minus 2. Subtract 3y both sides, and we get 4x minus 3y minus 2 is equal to 0. And we'll write that over here. 4x minus 3y minus 2 is equal to 0. And finally, the standard form would be 4x minus 3y is equal to 2. And there it is. We have the y is equal to mx plus b form, the point slope form, the general form, and the standard form of the equation. All these forms given 2 points.